My name is Melissa. I am very proud to be one of the product managers for the Guava Dream Squad. I'm joined by an incredibly talented team, my fellow product manager, Gabby, our awesome developers, Jetchun, Megan, and Gabrielle, and our equally awesome designers, Christina, Kathleen, and yes, that is the same, Gabrielle. We'll hear a bit from them today about their processes and learnings, and I wanted to start by walking through our thought process in coming up with our product, EquiVate, the Workplace Equity Navigator. So we chose the problem space of imposter syndrome, and the more we dove into the actual problem, the more we realized that while imposter syndrome is kind of thought of as this individual experience, it's actually a lot more systemic than that. And a huge contributor to this can really be workplaces that aren't made for or welcome to the marginalized folks that experience that imposter syndrome. At the end of the day, you can't positive think your way out of a workplace that isn't meant for you. And this can be tough to kind of combat because a lot of it can come from things like microaggressions, implicit bias, subtle things that folks experience in the workplace that they might not feel for one reason or another comfortable or safe to report to the people who might be able to do something about it. So with this in mind, we came up with a problem statement that HR departments need a way to measure the ways in which imposter syndrome is created and perpetuated so that they can take a data-driven approach to combat it and at the same time provide transparency to those employees who don't feel safe. Our overarching problem, our overarching product goal can really be broken down into three main parts. So we wanted to provide HR departments with the tools to assess imposter syndrome, to review that data for actionable insights, and really to provide that transparency to the employees so again, they can feel safe. We were really driven by this goal as well as our product values when we were coming up with the MVP. So our product values here, transparency, anonymity, protection, quantifiability, and actionability. And so with this in mind, when we the features that we prioritized for our MVP were account creation for both employees and HR folks, an employee assessment, so the employees can actually take an assessment for that data. We wanted multiple assessment types for HR departments to be able to utilize. And then we wanted that data visualization piece, both for HR professionals and for the employees who are reporting. And with that, I will pass it on to Kathleen. Am I the only one who's not hearing anything?
I'm not hearing Kathleen either.
I had to unmute myself. I'm so sorry. Hello, everyone. So today I'm really excited to share the journey of designing this project, EquiVate. Our process began with usability testing. This was crucial in defining our user flows based on valuable data, steering us away from our own assumptions. Initially, we conducted these tests with our low-fidelity prototypes, and the feedback we received was really eye-opening, particularly regarding the importance of accessibility in our dashboard. So it was really vital for us to ensure that our task flows were intuitive and user-friendly. Additionally, we focused on aligning the values of our product with the kind of information presented on the dashboard's homepage. And so through continuous usability testing, we were able to prioritize specific user flows, especially for the upcoming sprints, such as like logging in from the website, navigating the dashboard, creating assessments, and all those things. And then a key aspect of our journey was our collaborative effort. Honestly, as a team, we engaged in a lot of rigorous discussions to finalize like product name, value, visions, and goals. And this kind of collaborative spirit was not just like about decision making, but also just to ensure and to foster a shared understanding and commitment to our project's direction. So for one of the biggest design learnings from this experience was really the significance of a user-centric approach, because understanding our end users' needs was really critical in ensuring like we build a meaningful product. It profoundly influenced our design decisions and the overall direction of EquiVate. Moreover, learning to effectively communicate and collaborate within a fast-paced, idea-driven environment was instrumental in aligning our design process with our product values. And yeah, I'll hand it off to Gabriel to talk about the developer's process and learnings.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gabrielle. I use they, them pronouns. I am a developer/designer on the Guava Dream Squad. So the entire team was collaborative throughout the whole process, meaning that developers, designers alike, as well as project managers were involved in the ideation process. The developers extended the team collaboration to our development work, where early on we were communicative and open about sharing our work and what we could work on together. The ideation design process took longer than initially expected because we wanted to put a lot of thought and intention towards creating a product that would bring value to our users. And our team was confident in our product, so in order to avoid returning to the conceptualization phase, the development team opted to focus our learning on creating an application with a small backend, leading to a solid decision made and also thinking outside the box. We used our creativity by initially doing a Python sprint until we received a suggestion to apply a Firebase backend to simplify the process. Throughout the process, developers and project managers divided work by feature, and then designers were also divided the work by feature as well, so that developers and designers linked up to facilitate communication and provide a direct line of communication between designers and developers working on the same feature. As a team, as a development team, we're often sharing resources for learning, asking questions of mentors and each other, and also being transparent about our confidence and skill levels, resulting in distilling down the product into its most essential features. We also created space to learn and make mistakes and organize learning sprints in order to facilitate the learning. Next slide, please. So as I mentioned, we used the Firebase for data visualization and a small backend, as well as data storage. We also used JavaScript through the React framework and did the styling using CSS Tailwind. A big learning that we all had was working cross-functionally, where we collaborated with project managers, designers, as well as other developers, which is huge. And now moving on to the demo of our website.
Hey y'all, here's a quick demo of our product. So this is our homepage where the user has the option to either get our image or object account. Both of those are powered by Firebase and the back. So I will go to login because it remembers me. Hit that login button and it takes me right to the dashboard. And this has all the statistics and everything I want to do as an HR professional. And it also has some like updates and things that I have.
Oh, can anyone hear the video?
It's a bit muffled.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's try from here.
Yeah.
Can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Hey y'all, here's a quick demo of our product. So this is our homepage where the user has the option to start an account or not. Both of those are powered. So I will go to login because it remembers me. And it takes me right to the dashboard.
Hey, Kathleen, it's still a bit muffled. Could we restart and I could guide everyone through the demo?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course. All right, so as Megan was saying in the Loom video, this is the landing page. The user has the option to create an account or log in. So what Megan's going to do next, suspense, is log in. Yeah, click. Awesome. Okay. So Megan already entered her email and password, and you immediately get taken to the dashboard where you can see all of the data received from the assessments that are sent out from the application. Things like experience, gender disparities, overall satisfaction assessment questionnaire. And you can also see recent assessments, assessment to-dos, and also different projects that we're working on. This is the create assessment flow where the user will select kind of subcategories of what they actually want to discover about their team. Things like participation, any kind of gender-based segregation that we're seeing. Then the user is able to select what kinds of questions that they would like to add to the assessment. And you also see on the bottom what topic is being targeted with that question. Select the plus sign to add this question to the assessment. and then continue to the assessment page or add more questions. Since we're short on time, maybe we should cut it off here.
Great. Thank you so much, Gabrielle, for taking over that. Now that you've seen the product and everything, let's discuss really quickly EquiVate's strategy and focus on the long-term vision. As we prepare to impact the HR and talent management landscape significantly, and in a world where competition is extremely fierce, understanding our place in the market is crucial. We find ourselves alongside formidable competitors like Pymetrics, Greenhouse, and Cognisys, each bringing unique strengths to the table. And just so that you kind of understand, Pymetrics leverages neuroscience, Greenhouse streamlines processes with its ATS platform, and Cognisys focuses on workforce analytics and AI-driven assessments. Now, EquiVate, our company, stands out with the laser focus, nice, on addressing diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI topics, particularly tackling the complex issue of imposter syndrome. Our competitive advantage lies in a strategic product roadmap that aligns with an evolving needs of HR departments. This is centering around 3 different pillars, which are pre-made tests, customization, and industry-level scales for DEI topics, which Megan was getting into a little bit at the end there. We're committed to being on par, if not surpassing our competitors in terms of intuitiveness, user-friendliness, and providing a wide array of options. While our competitors offer pre-made assessments, we take it a step further by providing customizable assessments and recognizing the diverse needs of businesses. We understand the power of analytics, and although we currently lack predictive analytics, it's a priority for our next iteration to ensure that we are at the forefront of data-driven decision-making. EquiVate also distinguishes itself through industry comparison scales. This allows businesses to assess their own initiatives and benchmark against industry standards, fostering a culture of continuous improvement. Our roadmap, as you can kind of see, is a little bit more of a visionary journey. We aim to empower HR departments with the tools needed to assess and take action on instances related to imposter syndrome. Our focus is not just on assessments, but on providing actionable insights and fostering transparency within organizations. We prioritize employee well-being, ensuring a safe space to report, and transparent insights regarding company imposter syndrome initiatives. We are not just entering the market, we are carving a niche by addressing critical DEI challenges head-on. With a commitment to customization, industry benchmarks, and a visionary roadmap, we are poised to be the catalyst for change in talent management. Thank you so much for joining us today and sticking to the tail end here. We really, really appreciate it and cannot wait to read your feedback.